What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on the single player world. Hope you're having a super good day today. We got a bunch of stuff to get through. I'm having such a good day. Figured we'd start off doing something a little bit more simple because I'm going to have some crazy stuff go on in a little bit. And so I figured we would take a little break from the technical area and start working on this jungle biome, because this is one of my favorite projects in the world. This is such a cool area, and I've been trying to figure out how to make it a little bit more lived in and more developed. And so I've started to work on some pathways through the jungle here. It's pretty cool. So I've kind of just been trying to, man, I need some coarse dirt. That's like a huge part of this, but I'm trying to just make these organic pathways and kind of clear everything out and put it back so it looks like it was overgrown, and it works out pretty well. I just started this one. I can show you this one as well. This is kind of where this pathway was coming from, and there's this really interesting ravine which I really want to like go build down into and stuff. I think it'd be cool to make some like hanging walkways and everything. But check this out. This is super immersive. I'm really liking the way that this is coming together. Some detail on the side of the road, some cobwebs, and some too tall flowers like hidden around back there. Very cool. You can see the coarse dirt is super essential in this area. Yeah, and it's pretty nice. I put some string like up in the vines so they won't grow down, and also these too tall plants also stop them from growing. Very cool. So let's go check out this area. I haven't really done much over here. I found a whole bunch of parrots. I've been finding parrots, and it's been a weird thing because I've been looking for them forever, for some reason a bunch of them spawned over here. So I guess they're not as rare as I thought they were. They're just somewhat rare now. I thought they were like, one per jungle or something. Seriously, it's so ridiculous trying to find these guys. Don't ask why. I just got it in my head like I want to go find parrots. And it took me so long. And so there's actually something that I found while I was doing that. So let's go check out this new discovery I made, because it's pretty important. And I'll BRB. Okay, let's orient ourselves. This is a nether hub down here, and that over there is the ocean biome. And this direction is the squid farm. I actually found something pretty interesting. So I was searching around for jungles, and I found this really, really big jungle, which is awesome. I kind of wish we started our jungle project over here, just because it's such a huge jungle. It's pretty cool. But there's something kind of like in the distance that I just caught my eye and flew over to it. So let's try and find that again. Because like I said, it's a pretty big deal. So this is the squid farm. Let's jump down here because I've been doing a tiny bit of work down here as well. This is where I've been getting all my ink sacks for all the black projects. I'll come hang out over here in AFK right about this position, and it seems to work pretty well. And you can see it's just lava, and they still spawn in the lava, and they fall out through the fence gates. And we just got a minecart to pick everything up. Very cool. Oh, look at that. All right, so let's fly out of here, because this is the jungle area that I was searching around in. And look at how big this thing is. My gosh. Huge biome. So let's fly around a little bit. I can't remember exactly the direction that this was. I think it's this direction. Okay, hold on. I'm going to orient myself. Oh, look at that. A freaking village? I think I found this already, but look at that little village. Alright, yeah, give me a second. I'm going to orient myself. I think it's this direction. And I'll BRB. Okay, I totally found it. I went and slept real quick so I could see what this is all about. So if I came over this direction, I actually found some jungle islands, which are really rare. I feel like it's so rare. There's probably like 2 of them in the whole world. But you can see a little island over here with a jungle on it. It's a simple thing, but those are one of the most rarest biomes, I feel like. It's just an island with jungle grass on it. Anyway, we keep going this direction. That was what got me to fly this direction. Should be over this mountain here. Aha! Dun da da! We have a full mansion, not like our stupid half mansion that I found in the world already. I actually don't think I've shown you guys that yet. I found like a sliver of a mansion that's like half of one side of the wall. It's like there's nothing in it. It's just part of a mansion, but this is a full deal. I don't think I've shown you guys that other one actually because it wasn't worth it. But this is a full-on thing. So let's think about this for a second, because one of the worst things about mansions is that the mobs that spawn in them they do not respawn, obviously. So we're gonna have to be careful. I don't want to kill anybody, because if we want to use these mobs for something, we want to be able to come back and get them if we want to. And where the heck is the entrance to this place? Oh, there it is. All right, let's fly down here and take a quick adventure. I don't want to spend too long here. I just want to look around. Oh, weird. Look at this floorway. Floorway? Walkway? Whatever. Words. Yeah, I just want to take a peek and see if we can spot a What are they called? I always forget the word. Those are vindicators, right? These guys are vindicators. Let's light this place up as well. No, pumpkin farm, melon farm. Okay, so I want the dude with the yellow on his coat. We want the wizard guy. I don't remember the name. I'll remember it in a second. But we want one of those ones because those are the ones that drop the totem of undying, which we want one of those because I do not have one yet. And I'm pretty sure most of these walls are false. So I think we can pop some of these open. Yeah. How strange. How strange. These are the weirdest freaking things. These mansions are so strange. I do not understand. Oh, wow. This room is crazy. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I think we're going to have to kill some of these guys. I'm going to kill this guy. Does he drop anything? Drops an axe. Amazing. We're rich. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're going to find a lot of those dudes, and it's not like we need like 30 of them. Pretty much only going to need 1 or 2, probably. Oh, what? Golden apple? I'll take that. Why, thank you very much. That is a pretty good find. I wasn't aware that there was actually like worthwhile things in these mansions. Oh, look at that lighting glitch. Yeah, I thought it was kind of just useless stuff, like saplings and whatever, but golden apple is pretty cool. I don't think there's anything in these chests. Oh my gosh. And he has an enchanted axe. I'm going to let this guy be because he's got an enchanted axe. Who knows what it's got on it. Maybe it's something good. I was not aware that they could have enchanted axes. Oh my gosh, my throat just died and came back to life. So I just am curious as to why that guy has an enchanted axe. I really doubt, oh my gosh, that it actually is enchanted. And if it is, it's probably like unbreaking. But that would be cool if it was like flame. I really doubt that that's possible. I feel like I would have heard about that already if that was something that could be done. So, let's just keep looking around. I'm still trying to freaking get the name of these other guys. Oh my gosh. They're so scary when they run at you with axes. It's crazy. You know, man, this is like classic Mojang, you know? Like, this could have been... These mansions could have been so much of a bigger deal than they are. Oh, is that the one? Oh my gosh, that's the one. That's the guy. That's the guy. You see the orange, the gold? He's got gold on him. Oh my gosh, that's the one. Okay, so there is one in here. You don't always get those. There's at least one, though. I think I just saw a bad guy in here. Yeah, they're super rare. Okay, it's just a creeper. So it's cool that we got one, because it means that we can get the Totem of Undying from him. Oh my gosh, look at all these guys. Oh my gosh. Block it! Oh, there's so many. Okay, I'm going to get the heck out of here. That's cool. So we spotted one. I don't think anything's going to happen to him. I think he'll be just fine if we come back at a later date. Oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's good news. We have one of those dudes that we can go slay for the totem. Oh my gosh, they're freaking everywhere. They're freaking everywhere. Do they all have enchanted axes? I could have sworn the first guy we ran into had a normal axe. And the other ones we ran in... Oh my gosh, has an enchanted axe. Wow, they do damage. Let's get the heck out of here. Man, I am really tempted... Oh my gosh! He came out of nowhere! What the heck? Oh, man. We just got freaking wrecked. Those guys are way OP. I had no idea they were so strong. That was crazy. Can we please get out of here? Alright. I'm going to try and recover my inventory. Normally I don't do this. I figured it would be fun to try to go get our inventory, and if we despawn it, then I will reload the save. Try not to reload so many saves lately. I feel like I've been doing that a lot. Like, I just play this game as if it's, you know, I got cheats enabled because I can just save before I do anything important and then reload the save, and it kind of takes the fun out of the game, you know what I mean? I think that's a better thing to do when you're doing like lots of technical stuff with like TNT dupers and whatever, slimestone. But if I'm just playing the game, I'm going to try not to do that so much because I feel like I've just like reverted so many deaths. I feel like it's cheating at this point. Alright, let's try and get back over there. It's quite a ways away. I'm going to have to maybe sleep when I get there. Okay, I'm going to try and make it over there without dying. And I'll be RB. Try not to die from all these freaking Vindicators. These guys are so intense. You know what I should do? I should make a whole bunch of boats and just boat trap a bunch of them. I think that would be the most effective way to do this. Okay. So one of the things I didn't mention is why I want parrots. And let's try and talk about that real quick while we run up here and get our stuff. So parrots have... Oh, it's right here. Sweet. I think we're going to have to kill this guy. Parrots have a unique ability. Oh my gosh, he is the most strongest thing in the world. What the heck? Holy crap. Oh, have to use our wither killing skills. The backup swing. That was close. He almost killed us the second time. My gosh. Alright, so I want parrots because they can track mobs. If you weren't aware, they'll actually fly towards mobs of all kinds, passive mobs, hostile mobs, and everybody. So that might be an interesting feature that we might be able to exploit into some kind of machine. That'd be cool. So that was my idea there. Okay guys, you ready for the big reveal? This is the moment where you find out what the heck I've been doing here and why we blasted this massive perimeter. So let's fly around and show you about. And you can see something in the center here. This is a skeleton farm. Pretty obvious what this is all about. So check this place out. I finished the blasting of the area. I also, you can see the remnants of a duping array over here. I blasted out a corner because we're going to build something over here in the corner. I don't know if I'm going to do this in this episode, but I've cleared the space and lit it up in case we want to do so. So let's go look at this skeleton farm. This is pretty cool. And check out the river biome that went through here. This is always going to be here. It's a really cool little addition to the perimeter. I actually really like it. At first I was like, man, that sucks. We're going to have to cover it in snow. But I think it's cool. I'm going to keep it. And oh yeah, also down here, I've been trying to remove some bedrock. My gosh, is it difficult in this game to remove bedrock? Obviously, you're not supposed to, but this is just taking forever. It's making me rethink this project. So I was going to put a slime farm in here, obviously, because this is a slime chunk. And I was going to remove all the bedrock. But I'm realizing that that's not really going to help us out very much because we're going to have to remove outwards, like this direction by like 3 or 4, and we're going to have to remove all of this. That would take me hours. Not worth it. So I'm just going to forget that I did that. We're just going to have this weird little box, and we'll just do a normal slime farm on top of it. So anyway, check out this skeleton spawner up here. There's a bunch of stuff going on, and I'll try and just blast through it so we can build something today because there's a lot to talk about. But this episode will definitely be more of a tour around and more of a planning the next step of our project here. So I guess the first thing is the terracotta roof. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I had this idea from CubFan135 from the Hermitcraft server, and it works out great. You kind of just make a pattern, and you don't really follow any rules. You kind of just do what looks cool, and you just repeat it around in a circle. And man, I think that looks pretty neat. I think it would be a cool theme to kind of do a couple of these. Like maybe we could do the roof of the slime farm in a similar fashion. All right, so what else is going on here? So I have an off switch to the whole thing. There are redstone lamps in here, and that off switch is right down there. So there's a hopper timer, and there's this off switch, right? So when we hit this button, the farm should turn all the lights off. And the other thing that happens is this hopper timer starts running, right? And so whenever this switches states, it's going to activate that repeater, which activates a dispenser. There's so much stuff going on here. Try and stick with me. This is complicated. But it'll activate a dispenser, which is back here, which has our instant health 2 potions. Okay, my throat did the thing again. It skipped out on me for some reason. So we need to change this essentially to have it be less often, because right now it's like once every 5 minutes, and I want it to be like once every 10 minutes. So I was thinking about somehow maybe reorienting this little timer, but I want a monostable circuit, basically. A T flip-flop is what I'm trying to say. I want a T flip-flop so it happens every other time, and that way it's like every 10 minutes. Because it's healing them way too often. We're running through tons of potions. But it works out great. You can see I got XP there. And the skeletons are not able to shoot the wolves. And I'm pretty sure you could use solid blocks here instead of stairs. I just did that so you can see more of the background color. Yeah, and it works super great. So check that out. We got an AFK XP farm. So what else do we have here? There's a couple other modules to this that I'm going to add. And this is going to be quite the interesting setup. So down below, we have a sorting system, right? And I've got all of these hopper chains. So check out all of this. So we've got, this is just a little fill-up box in case you drop your sword. Well, I guess it's full at the moment, but if you want to clear that out before you start farming, then that's a little extra catch mechanism in case you drop your sword. And then down here we have storage for shulker boxes full of bones, which we are starting to fill up as we speak. Yeah, this is my little custom shulker box packing unit, and we have some item filters in the back. And then this is obviously the shulker box storage. We have that up here. We have extras over here. Very nice. Our duplicated shulker shells. So, so these other hopper streams, let's go grab this XP. These other hopper streams are going to come from a few different things. So, I mean, I feel like in total we've got the skeleton farm, and then we've got these 2 hoppers, which are going to be something. We've got the wood out this direction, which is going to be something. And then we have this one over here, which is also going to be something. So there's going to be a lot going on here. And that's kind of the plan for this area, is to do as much automation as we can. And back here is how you can activate this if you want to do this manually. And you can hit the button and it'll activate a potion if you have the timer disabled or something like that. Just wanted to show you that real quick. And so what the rest of this stuff is this is going to be a snow farm, right? So the whole concept for this area is that I want to be able to AFK and get tons of XP so we can do stuff with mending tools like harvest wood or dig snow, and our tool will constantly be replenished, so we don't have to do some kind of like tool circuit that drops out more tools for us. So it's going to be a fully AFK-able snowball generator and a wood factory. So with the wood, we're going to have to plug in a second controller and push it into here, but as long as we're standing over here with our axe, we're just going to be holding the button, then it should be able to mend our axe fast enough to break all the wood. And so that the skeleton farm is not going to do that. It's not going to be fast enough to mend our tools. And so there's one other thing I got to mention. There's so much stuff to get through. This is going to be kind of probably a longer episode, I think. So this skeleton farm was a huge bummer for me because it's not a huge bummer, but one of the reasons why I built the perimeter here was because there's this skeleton farm in the middle, because I knew that I wanted to make tree farms, and I knew I wanted a skeleton spawner in our perimeter. So I figured I might as well just center it, basically, so it's almost centered on the skeleton farm. And that was kind of just for the heck of it. It's really not necessary, basically, to have the skeleton farm in here. It was just a fun addition to the project, and it's toggleable, so we could turn it off if we want to. And the reason why it's not a stray spawner is because the seed is super old. The seed actually does not spawn strays in the spawner. And before you go commenting, oh, you got to do it in a certain way, trust me, I tried all the ways. I went into creative copies of the world and did a bunch of different testing with an open roof and nighttime and water above it and everything. And the strays do not come out of this spawner, which sucks. So I just figured we would cap it up with a terracotta roof instead. I'm doing something more technical. Okay, well, I just checked the recording, which means I edited up to this point. And yeah, a little chilled out episode today, more touring around. And so basically, the next step of this is to figure out how are we going to get enough XP to repair our diamond mending tools. And really the only way to do that is with a gold farm, right? So that's what this collection area at the top here is for a massive amount of mobs. And so I think we should probably go into creative mode. And I'll show you what I came up with for the gold farm, because I've already designed something that's going to be perfect to fit into these 2 blocks over here. And we're going to use entity cramming with minecarts to kill all the mobs. So let's pop over into creative and I'll show you what I came up with to put on top of this whole thing. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. Okay guys, let me introduce you to Gold Farm V3. This thing's crazy. This is my new design to basically fit into our area, right? So I was trying to come up with something that's going to be relatively small footprint for the ground, so we don't take up too much of the area, so we can put, other farms around it, and it's not going to be blocked by this massively wide gold farm. So I went with this double stacked design, and this is using this is using snowmen, which is a new thing on the console edition. I don't know if this is a PC edition as well, but this is amazing. These guys will automatically aggro the pigmen for you, so you don't have to throw snowballs or anything. And it's just absolutely amazing. And it'll create an infinite loop, so you don't have to it will never stop. This thing will never stop working. It's so cool. It's basically foolproof. Like, even if there's a jam, the jam will fix itself. So I've tried to kind of optimize how the snowmen are able to target the pigmen, and I've gone for 2 snowmen per layer. And you can see they're all funneled into the center here. And this top layer is a little different than the bottom because it only has a 1 block gap. So there's always going to be 2 guys sitting here. But it really doesn't matter because, for one, it holds aggro on the top layer. And also, 2 guys in the farm isn't going to affect anything. What's really going to affect stuff is how fast we were able to kill the pigmen. So my new water stream, which I showed you, is going to be a lot better than this one. But they both do relatively the same thing. You can see they're spiraling the pigmen instead of trying to funnel them into the center. And that seems to work really, really well. So what else is there to figure out here? So I think that I'm ready to build this, honestly. I've got all the materials for it. I might have to smelt up some more glass, but I've got all the obsidian, I think. I'm ready to stick it in there. I've got a space lined up. You can see that this is going to be a little weird because we have a skeleton farm right here. So this is going to be above the skeleton farm. So it's going to block our terracotta roof a little bit. And I don't know about the rates for the skeleton farm or whatever, but the two of them are going to work side by side together, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think that the skeletons are going to really affect the mob cap of the pigmen, because I think that the way that I've designed this, we're not actually using like the full mob cap. I think that, I mean, I've tried to like count the amount of guys in here, and it really rarely, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it get past like 50 pigmen at once. So we're doing good. We have room for more mobs to be spawning, and it's not going to slow this down, I think. So I'm pretty sure we could just stick a skeleton farm right next to it, and if we want to have both of them going at once, I think we can do that, which would be really cool. It'd be more just for coolness rather than efficiency, but I think that I would be into doing that. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you something here. This is my world saves. This is all the worlds that I've had for so long. I just wanted to show you this real quick because it's kind of crazy how much stuff we've got. We've got old survival worlds like the Mega Mesa with the desert temple and a bunch of stuff. I've got copies of my world from a really long time ago for some reason. I should probably delete those, taking up so much space. I've got random stuff. But anyway, the reason I wanted to show you this is because I've got this world here, which is Huxbuck's world, and it's survival, and it does not have any host privileges or anything like that. So there's your proof that I play on survival hard mode. And I don't cheat or anything like that, except for some duplication of the shulker shells. And so what I also have is a couple other, this is a copy from a while ago. This is before I built the skeleton farm. So for some reason, if that skeleton farm turned out to be a huge mistake, I could reload that copy. And then this one, this is my redstone testing world. And then this one is a copy of the survival world, which I put into creative mode and turned on host privileges. So we could play around with the perimeter. And if I wanted to do something like, you know, build a brand new farm that requires a perimeter, I already have one and a copy of the world in creative mode that I can play around with, and I don't have to worry about trying to mess with my survival world. So that's a super big tip for you guys. So let's load this up, and I'll show you. You might have seen from the thumbnail that I've already built the gold farm in this copy on top of the skeleton spawner. Super cool. Bam. So this is different, obviously, than the survival world, but it's basically the same thing. It's the same concept. And there's the slime chunk down there that I marked out. So this was before I blasted the thing in the corner, and this is right after I finished the perimeter. So basically this is the exact same thing you just saw, same farm. This time there's a pigman here that's name tagged that we can aggro from below. I found out that you actually do need to have an aggro pigman like that. Every once in a while, if you're leaving the area and coming back to it a lot, you'll need that occasionally. So yeah, same thing. This time the things are on one side. And this was before I designed our little collection area you saw in the single player world. So this is going to be rotated, and obviously the skeletons are going to be in the back there. But let's turn down the sound, first of all, because it is loud in this sucker. Let's do something like that. And let's go in here and I'll show you how this works. It's pretty cool. So again, this is going to be the same thing, where we're gonna have skeletons falling from this direction, pigmen falling from this direction, but the whole thing's going to be rotated 90 degrees, right? Alright, well this is just incredible. I mean, this works amazingly well. We can come in here and get XP from both sides at once, and just flowing in like crazy. It's super fast. It's going to be well over enough to repair any tool action that we got. Even a snow farm, I think it's going to be able to keep up with it great. I've done a little bit of testing and it seemed to work. So, and if not, we can just slow down the rate at which we collect the snow in different ways. Yeah, so I think honestly, I feel like I just want to build this up in survival mode. It's pretty amazing. And it's not the most efficient thing in the world because we're teeter-tottering on the mob cap and whatever. But remember, we can always turn the skeleton farm off and get the full mob cap in this farm and expand it if we really wanted to as well. This is storage for potions. I was playing around with some ideas there. Yeah, and remember, this is going to be rotated to the right. So this is still going to have sky access. Even though it doesn't matter because it still won't spawn strays for some stupid reason, even if it does. Yeah, pretty crazy. What an episode. Jumping all around today. Alright guys, back in the world. Single player world action. So, man, that's a lot to think about, huh? There's a lot to process here. A bunch of progress to do. Build the gold farm, build the snow farm, build the automatic bulk crafting area for the snow, build a tree farm, build a slime farm, do a special secret project over there in the corner. If you want to know what this is about, by the way, you can follow me on Twitter at HuxPlays. I've been making GIFs and stuff of different projects for this area. Kind of cool, little previews for that. But anyway, there's a lot to do. So the point of the episode today was to establish what we're going to be doing here. so I can work on some stuff in between episodes and get some of this worked out in my brain with the math and kind of get it all laid out. You won't be totally out of the loop. You'll understand what we're doing. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for me for today. A little bit of a longer, toury, more chilled out episode. Hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.